what we're going to be doing is streaming it. We're going to be, talking about the various different games and how they're doing. So I would love for you guys to stop by if you get a chance. The game awards are something that, while I'll stream it and I enjoy that discussion and the new games, I really do dislike, well, pretty much everything about their timing. One of the reasons being is that, Cyberpunk, it couldn't be on the list for best game of the year or whatever. If it had been, right? It's not going to be, most likely. I'm just saying, if it could have been and it didn't have a lot of bugs, what have you, it could have been on the list. And I get it. There's hundreds of reasons why these might be early. However, I think when I look at the way the Game Awards go, it never feels right. It just never works. Like, everybody's reasons for why it's prior and why it's so early, well, I consider it early in December, especially if you're looking at a Cyberpunk, it just doesn't fit for me. And the explanations never really work out. You get a lot of people are like, oh, it's ad buys or all that stuff. And I'm like, listen, I don't care. Like, that has nothing to do with me. What does have to do with me and what I share with most people is that we all use the same fucking calendar, right? And so the idea of that, I've heard a lot of people be like, oh man, they're going to roll the old fucking games forward. And it's like, it rarely happens. It does happen occasionally where the old game from the year prior gets into the next game's game of the year. But come on, guys, right? Come on. I think we can all agree that that is probably quite rare. I think Smash did it and maybe one other one. But for the most part, that isn't done. And I think also, just by recency bias, it's difficult to even remember those games. And sometimes you can't even know, like, should they win because it's been so long. It's like, do you have to go back and revisit those? Speaking of revisiting, guess what just came out? Guess what? Dungeons and Dragons podcast, one of the best ones I've ever heard because it's done by me. The ACG&D role-playing podcast came out. Number 2, Uno Dos, came out, and I think you'll enjoy it. It's about using idioms to create characters so that newcomers or old grognards can understand how to make a character better and sort of get the ideas of what their characters are when it's not just a bunch of random numbers as statistics. It's a blast to do. I've had a great time. And I got to say, man, that video, the number of people who've jumped in, I call it video. It's not. It's on iTunes and Spotify right now. But the number of people who've jumped in has been stunning to me. I was not expecting the number of people to follow the video game channel to jump into a podcast about role-playing. And it's been almost equal to the podcast, which to me is quite surprising because I guess I wasn't expecting that. It does dawn on me that when you look at the entire contingent of like 700,000 subscribers, a small contingent might be RPG and a small contingent might want to listen to a video game podcast, and they could both equal 3,000. So I get that. I get the math. Like, I'm not an idiot, but it was still really surprising. And it's been a blast to do. It's just me, man. It's just me talking about Dungeons and Dragons. 25, almost 30 years, 3 decades, 300,000 deaths. Is nothing is off limits talking about D&D with me. I've been playing D&D since the Red Box, I think. Prior to the Red Box, right? No, maybe it was Red Box. And it's a blast to talk about. I think it really does help, especially now with Cyberpunk, because you have the Cyberpunk RPG that's out, and they have a bunch of stuff planned that's going to tie into the Cyberpunk 2077, which is awesome. People don't get it, man. There's something so cool about form. And then we'll call her quits at around 20 minutes. If you get a chance, stick around. If you get a chance, maybe put a comment in, give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe. I would appreciate all those kind of things. Listen, the best I can do is be honest with reviews, like passing up Cyberpunk, those kind of things. My hope is that makes you guys, want to subscribe. Or you can come to the Patreon. Patreon's always fun. So breaking these down and talking about the various different things, I was trying to decide what I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about Cyberpunk anymore. I just don't. I'm sorry. So you're not going to have to see Cyberpunk footage, right? It's woo. What just happened? Oh, my dog just knocked my cell phone down. Sorry about that. So I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about just games as a whole in 2021. So PS5 and Xbox Series X, we're getting into this next year where I personally have felt that they didn't land with a dud. I don't want to say that because the moment I say anything like that, you get a bunch of Sony fans who are like, but there was exclusives. Listen, I get it, and I played them, and I loved them.
Hello.
I get it.
Can you hear me
What I
now?
mean by landing with a dud, at least to me a little bit, is
Can you
that
hear
I've
anything?
lived through a lot of consoles where the old console was really going out and the
Are you
new one
sure?
came in with a bang, right? Maybe 3 or 4 with some hook. Now, the hook here is backwards compatibility, which there's no
You hear
denying
no
I'm a
sound.
huge fan. I've talked about this. I did not think I was going to be a huge fan of two things of these next generation consoles. So, about 2 years ago, if you'd asked me, I'd be like, next gen, I mean, I don't mind it, but I'm not in love with it. And quick resume, I'd be like, who the fuck cares? Both things have completely grabbed me by the cojones. I love. Yet, I don't feel like, even with the exclusives of the PS5 and the Xbox having great backwards compat, I just don't feel like they've grabbed us yet. And Cyberpunk isn't even
Hello.
the Cyberpunk
Hello.
we're going to get on the next gen until later. But I do think 2021 is going to offer some stuff.
Hello. Tim, I can hear it. You can hear it and it sounds okay? Cool. Testing a game. I wonder if I can make it widescreen.
Storage of all vehicles. To access your craft, consult one of the terminals located throughout the station.
Does the game look okay to you?
We kindly ask that guests exit airlocks as soon as it is safe to do so.
Can you hear the game? The game is quiet.
I got to say, I'm pretty excited about that. I'm pretty excited to just.
Let's make sure I do this. Don't hear the game in my headphones. There we go. Can you hear the game now? There's not much to hear yet. Yeah, I know you gotta wait for it to come through. I think once I get in the ship, it'll be better. Oh, stop it. Does it seem any louder? It. Let's see. Let me get in here. How about now?
At your service. Core system operational. Launch complete.
I think it was just a quiet game. What?
Thank you. And please
What
visit
chat?
again.
Oh, in the game. I see. ED refers to Elite Dangerous, and they're making a joke. It's another game like this. That sounds good.
Alert. Engines overheating. Alert. Engines overheating. Alert. Engines overheating.
I guess I'm ready for Cyberpunk, huh? Maybe I'll stream it. Yeah. Yeah. I can help you. We could do it tonight. I mean, if you want to stream to Twitch, you can do it. If you want to stream to YouTube, you have to wait a day. This is a brand new account, so I know nobody's watching this. Who are you talking about? It's me, you, and your other account. I just lost my wing.
Engines. Power low. Shield system. Power low.
I'm not gonna live through this. Whoa, what's going on? Hmm? You'll need an app. Just, it's pretty basic. Now I'm lost in space forever. Yeah. Well, the stream seems to work, huh? I gotta put some graphics on here. Wait for it. I need to put some graphics on the sides of my video. Hmm? Is my face in the middle? I need to put some graphics on here. No. I don't know what I need to design. I don't know how to do that yet. Okay. Well, thanks for watching my stream. Have a good night. Don't forget to like and subscribe.